For that, well, the State Department had cut back on its passport operations when the pandemic hit to keep staff members safe. But the result is a huge backlog of passport applications. This as the travel industry is struggling to recover. But will the backlog prevent that? Our I-Team's Randy Mack joins us with a look at the future of travel. Hey, Randy.
Hey, Mike, we did speak to an expert in travel about what it's going to look like here in the very near future. And internationally, it's not looking so good, but domestically across the U.S., there is some encouraging news.
Earlier this year, Julie Norris and her family were dreaming of their summer vacation.
We decided we'd take a really cool summer vacation and take our kids and go on a Mediterranean cruise, which sounds like a great vacation.
They sent their passports in for renewal just before the pandemic hit. Julie's trip canceled, of course, but her passports, MIA.
Something that we're supposed to take such good care of and be careful about is floating around out there somewhere. So that's the odd part, I guess.
Julie waited months for her passports with no word from the State Department, and she's not alone. There's a backlog of 1.6 million passports. This as the travel industry is desperate for a jump start. Some wondering, will this backlog prevent that?
We don't think that the backlog of passports is a meaningful factor right now.
Travel industry analyst Adam Sachs says he doesn't expect international travel to start its recovery until late 2021, well after the passport backlog is cleared. And he thinks it may take another 3 years before overseas travel fully rebounds. But the silver lining, Sachs says travelers are taking domestic trips instead, staying closer to home. Traveling to destinations that are drivable and outdoorsy, pumping money back into our own economy.
That change in travel behavior from international to domestic is a global phenomenon, and just about every tourism business is shifting their market strategy and orientation to pivot toward that new reality.
As for Julie, her family just recently got their passports. They're now waiting to travel when it feels right.
I don't know when I'll be ready to travel again. That's the hard part.
Now, if you do need a passport, the State Department says that you can actually get your passport in 2 to 3 days in an emergency situation. But again, it's going to cost you a little bit of money, a little bit more extra money. And they also say that they are only fulfilling these requests on an emergency basis. And they say that those are life and death emergencies. Reporting live in Chino Hills, I'm Randy Mack for NBC4 News.
All right, Randy.